We all have it. It's the fly that I know 80% of the time that I throw it into this hole, through this current, through this rapid, something's going to happen. The early spring and the fall is by far the first thing I probably try, unless I know something's out there and working from the fly shop or the guys around me. And it's the woolly bugger. Usually I have a black one. This is the brown one. The black one is no longer with us. Scraped the bottom and I lost him. Well, that's okay because I got another one. He's the brown one. And these are some tips that I like to follow in no particular order about how I like to fish the woolly bugger. First thing you gotta do is identify the type of water. If I go to the river and it's dark, it's a cloudy day, then I'm gonna throw a darker type of woolly bugger. It's one guy left in my my arsenal. The type of water you're fishing and the sky is going to determine what color I'm going to start with. I only like fishing the woolly bugger if it's you know, kind of a darker, cloudier day. If I can see the fish out there, I'm not going to throw the woolly bugger. No wrong way to fish the woolly bugger. 3 of the ways I fish it: dead drift. You just cast this thing up. You want the woolly bugger to be as natural as possible to come down. Another way I fish it is called the swing. This is probably my go-to way to fish the woolly bugger. What I'll do is I'm directly across the stream, and chances are it's going to be a roll cast because I got limbs and everything above me, and you know how that's going to turn out. Roll cast it out there, and let's say if the stream's flowing this way, I'm going to direct the woolly bugger up here, and it's going to swing down around. Usually on that swing point, when it starts to swing, that's where the fish, if I think they're in that area, that's where I want the swing to start. The other way you can do it is more of a strip. It's like a jig motion. Basically, when it's out there, and you're ripping it, stripping it back to you, you want it to simulate some type of like either a nervous bait fish, an injured bait fish. Sometimes it can be like a minnow, or simulate what a bait fish would do. It's either twitching, and all of a sudden it'll just, you strip it hard, like real fast sometimes, and it'll be like the bait fish got nervous and wants to get the heck out of there because he thinks something like a monster trout's after him, when it's me after the monster trout. Actually, the trout I catch are usually about at 10 inches, 8 to 10. I'm not gonna lie. So my go-to is the swing. You get the swing out there, and if you can extend your rod out there a little bit and just bring it in, and then just let it go. The woolly bugger's coming up the stream, and all of a sudden you just let your slack go, and he'll grab him again, bring him up. So let's talk about the current speed. If it's a fast-moving water, I don't put any type of additional weight onto my woolly bugger. You'd be surprised. You'll throw this out in some fast water, and they're like, you think you hosed up everything, like, oh, there's no way there, and you're ready to bring it in, and all of a sudden something grabs it. It's just like, what the heck? Why did that even grab it? We're going to talk about a little bit slower water, or if it's a deep hole, it is fast, but it's deep, and you got to get down there. Some people like to put the split shot right here. Pretty much, I don't know if you can see it too much here, but like pretty much right at the bead area right here. And that's going to give you a little bit more control with your cast. Some other people like me, I'll put it out like here, about maybe 18 inches or so away. And what that's going to do, this thing's going to free flow. It's going to move around like it should. Basically, the current's going to take it, and it's going to juke and jive. It's going to go with the current. It's a little bit more natural. It's less responsive. When you have a split shot out here, it's harder to cast. Hosed it up, the trout's over there, and this sucker will come, if he's hungry, 8 feet away or whatever, and to grab this. Pretty much my go-to knot for this thing is going to be a half-blood knot. Another knot I'll try every now and then is a non-slip loop knot. Just to recap on this, to fish the woolly bugger, you got to look at your water conditions. Is it dark? Is it cloudy? Look at the skies, okay? So it's the water condition, the weather up above. The other thing you want to look for is your current flow. Is it slow? Is it fast? That's going to determine if I'm going to have weighted, like a split shot on the end, or if I'm going to just let this thing go free flow and down through. As far as your cast and your technique, if you're going to dead drift it, if you're going to swing it, or kind of just, rip it in or strip it in, whatever you guys want to call that. If I'm, panning up the stream, or if I'm on the side of a bank and I got to roll cast it in. But pretty much 80% of my cast with the woolly bugger is going to be like the swing technique. I'm just going to throw it up, drift it down, and right where I think those fish are at, like if it's a rock or some brush pile or something, or just where the water comes in and just deeps down like a channel or something, I'll have this guy just, kind of swing right in on the channel. I don't fish it in the clear, slow water. Obviously, it's going to give the fish more time to observe your fly. But what I also like the woolly bugger for is more of a locator. Sometimes these fish, they don't miss, so they're going to come out at the woolly bugger, and maybe just go away. Well, you know he's in there. Okay, so now you know you got a fish in there. So then you can go a little bit more meticulous, like flipping rocks, see if you can match up your fly with what's out there. Look for him to raise. You know, just sit down, look at everything, because you know he's in there. So it makes an excellent locator device. I just call this thing a device. It's not really a device. It's a weapon. So if you like what I said about the woolly bugger, like this video and share it. I'd love to hear how you fish with the woolly bugger. Comment below. If you have questions or if you want to see a specific technique or a fly, you know, comment below or send your questions at questions@hicksrun.com. Instagram account's linked down below for Hicks Run. Follow me on there. I'll be posting more of my photography pictures. You never know, the woolly bugger himself may be coming into action.